Hello, everyone. Welcome to Nuuli Forged. Thank you for sticking around with us. Matt is on the way, so Spoot will be joining us in a moment. But we have the lovely Mike and Tanner here, so we can get started with a little bit of howdy do. So, how are you two doing today? Mike, you've got your new, or at least new to us,
Setup, my
a
new
new
setup,
camera.
right?
Yeah,
Live from Studio Mike, in front of my fake fireplace. It's me, Mike, playing Defect. I'm just jumping right into these introductions. Uh, Defect, Warforged Barbarian. And to answer your question, Defect would probably look to Grig for the answer.
that's like your default though, so that's
I feel
okay.
like that's my default answer. Just follow Grig. But what is the question of the day, Jared? So I may answer it truthfully.
Yeah, y'all like jumped on it. I was not anticipating the quick action, but good for you. Um,
Thank you.
today's today's character question is
Mm-hmm.
uh, what would your character most like to see in a new play or performance that they have not seen yet? I'm doing this as an homage to the new Spider-Man trailer that just dropped. So,
Wait, what's the question?
Yeah, repeat that one more time.
like,
What
what
new play?
what new like bardic troupe or character play or performance would your character like to see like in the world? Like you could be like, oh, like a comedy troupe, or you could be like a troupe that does gymnastics with hyenas or something, like, off the fly. what would
Right.
what would interest your character? I need the Jeopardy theme music.
Right. I'm
Right?
sorry. No, because I never thought about this before.
That's why I ask the
And
questions.
it's so like, huh. What are my options? So like, there's a bardic troupe. What, like a juggling
it's
troupe?
it's
Com
whatever you want it to be. Like, what would you like to see as defect?
um, Perhaps gymnastics. Is that an answer?
Yes, it is an answer.
Yes. Right. Just making sure. Only because I imagine Defect being the big lumbering, lovable oaf that he is. Would love to see something so beautiful and the agility and dexterity of others, the nimbleness.
Very cool. I dig that answer. And how about moving to the opposing corner? We'll talk to
The oppo-
Tanner.
I'm a
Yeah.
corner now and not a bottom.
Well, you've
Uh,
always been a bottom, but you're also a corner.
yes. But hi, I'm Tanner. I still don't have a working camera.
Sad.
Yeah, it works for like 5 seconds and then it just doesn't
And you
want to
looked
anymore.
so good on it too, and then it just poof, gone.
Stop. Stop, but continue.
Yeah.
Um,
You
anyway,
looked
I'm playing.
so good. It is such a shame that we cannot see
Okay,
you
stop. You're
anymore.
making me uncomfortable. I don't like compliments. I I play Adis the Human Ranger, and a performance. Um, I mean, I don't watch performances or anything like that. It just doesn't interest me in the slightest, so I don't really know anything.
Sure, but what would Adis like to see? Like, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be like a Shakespearean melodrama. It could be like, you know, just people being silly or something. Whatever. They just might want to go to like a Faye for Tears concert or something. I don't know. You tell me.
I don't some sure some punk rock Fey band. We'll go with that.
All right. That's
What
cool.
breaks out the grunge, extra deep dark eyeliner.
Yeah, I dig that. Ah, well, a big thank you, first of all, to Hoss00312, who followed us about 24 minutes ago. So thank you, Haas, for the follow. Hope you enjoy watching. Tonight we are once again lacking an Amber, so Greg will be piloted by Tanner tonight, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
which will be fun and exciting.
Because I've only memorized everybody's character.
All the abilities. I mean, it's good to have that.
It comes from 22 years of having to play as a min-maxer in MMOs.
There's always a skill. There's a valid skill out there for everybody.
But I can't memorize actual important shit in my actual life.
Who can?
Trade-off.
Although when I was younger, I remembered everybody's phone number. Before we had cell phones and crap, I remember like my best friend's phone number, my mother's phone number, my parents' phone number, other friends' phone numbers. I just remembered them.
The only one I currently remember is actually I remember every work number I've ever had.
Huh.
Which is I don't like that.
That is a thing. I definitely don't. I probably remember every job I've ever had, but actually no, that's not
Yeah.
true either. There were some jobs I had that I forced myself to forget.
Facts.
Well, hopefully Spoot will come along here any moment, and we will be able to hop into the game. Since we will be starting at a point where Spoot is important.
Right.
Aha! And it looks like here he comes now.
Perfect timing.
Speak of the turtle. Here he comes.
Sound issues. Bear with me. Discord lately has refused to recognize the same device that I've been using for every session since we started 50 sessions ago.
Weird. You might have to reset your defaults or something.
My default is stop being stupid. It doesn't recognize.
Well, we can see you, but we have yet to, or we can hear you, but we have yet to see you. Aha, here we go. Here he comes. There he is. There's the face
Right.
only a mother
It's
could
all,
love.
That's so true.
Yikes.
It's all working now, I think, until it's not.
It's all good. Well, hey, what kind of performance or whatever would Spoot be interested in seeing? You can answer the question.
What kind of... I think
we've got acrobatics from Defect and a Fey punk band from Adis.
I think Spoot would be interested in some kabuki theater.
Ooh, interesting.
I can actually see Spoot enjoying that.
Yeah, I do too. That's like that's spot on.
While furiously taking notes.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Wonderful. I dig it. Well, now that you are here, let's dive right in.
I'll be right back.
Or not.
And he's
Well, let's dive
I'm sure
right
we can
in
still
anyway.
dive in.
Yeah, we'll dive in. We'll do the recap. It'll be great. Well, I'm Jared. I'm your dungeon master here at Nuuli Forged, and Matt plays Spoot. No surprise there. We're off to a great start. Last time on Nuuli Forged, Grig and the Misfits fought a strange icy wraith, and then braved an even stranger snowstorm to enter an even weirder icy tower. Upon entering said tower, a mournful, sorrowful voice told them to go away, but would not respond to any questions called out to it by Spoot. As Grig and the Misfits ventured through the strange tower, Adis moving very slowly, both he and Defect seemed morose and sad, as though they were dwelling upon other things in their minds. Nevertheless, they persevered through frigid doorways, past dangerous statues, and even a saber-toothed cat made out of ice. Eventually, they reached a stairway and climbed their way up to the second floor, and after that long climb, found the stairs opened up to a room with strange glyphs upon the floor. These glyphs rather were a combination of Elvish and Aquan that Spoot was able to translate immediately. He deciphered the glyphs to mean joy, misery, failure, success, isolation, community, sadness, and elation. Deciding to venture forth, Spoot decided to enter the room and stepped on a symbol for success, which immediately after doing so, 3 icy figures burst into existence out of nowhere and have surrounded Spoot. So, we will begin with an initiative roll from everybody.
I'm guessing Spoot didn't have time to retreat, did he?
Nope, they appeared poof, like right around you, kind of surrounding you. Let me bring you to the map. Bring you to the map.
Oh, is this how it's going to be tonight? I roll better on Greg than I do myself.
It very well could be. All right.
Is Chomper still active? I can't remember.
Chomper is still active. It's
Okay.
got 25 out of 35 hit points.
Yep.
And it is it's got about 40 or 45 minutes left, I think, before
Okay.
the hour turns up.
Cool.
But great, everybody has rolled initiative. Greg rolled Greg ate a spook defect. Great, cool. So Greg is the first to do anything. I would like Greg to make a perception check.
Okay. Nope.
With a 2, Greg is too far back in the stairway to have noticed that there is a problem.
I mean, would it, hold on, how many temp? Oh, I think we're at max temp HP right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna say at the minimum, just like, blast the cannon. Wait, Greg can't see this one? Or they're too short?
They're too short because they're down the steps, and Defect
Okay.
and Adis are kind of in the way.
Alright.
At least with the
Great.
2, that's how that works.
They can't even hear Spoot saying, "Shoo, shoo, go away."
They have literally just appeared around you. So.
Well, on my next turn, I'll say, "Shoo, shoo, go away."
Adis, you do see them pop into existence around Spoot. And they are flying, kind of fluttering on little ice wings. Adis, did you mute yourself?
No, sorry.
Tanner's only playing Grig tonight.
Right?
Just kidding.
No, my roommate popped in the room really quick.
No problem.
Alright. So I see these things.
Yes, you do.
Planar Warrior on this one, and flick flick.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, is that next to? Yeah, it's next to Spoot. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pew. 18.
definitely hits.
That's gross. For
For 10 points.
10.
Force damage.
shameful.
Yeah.
Second shot.
Better than Sacred Flame.
18.
Also hit.
For 8 points of damage.
All right, yeah, this guy is looking really rough.
That ends the turn.
All right, next up, we have Spoot.
I'm gonna, since they're so close, I'm gonna use my baton and try to attack and whack the one that ate us just to hit.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, a 20 will do it for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. You smash it to pieces, and in doing so, it bursts into 1,000 tiny ice shards, and I need you, Spoot, to make a dexterity saving throw.
So good at these. Not my best day.
15, yeah, you succeed. You evade most of the shards, taking only 2 points of piercing damage.
That's good though.
Or slashing damage, actually. But yeah, well done. You have destroyed one of them.
Ooh. They explode, says Spoot out loud.
Defect. You definitely saw Adis fire some arrows and heard a
Right.
smashing thing.
I can go down here, right? This is square below me.
Yep, that is the doorway into the room.
Okay. For some reason, it's not letting me move down there.
Weird.
Can you... Oh, there you go.
Thanks. Oh, okay, okay. I
And you
don't
see
want.
all the squares around you have carved runes on them.
Sorry, let me see again what the one says below me.
Yep, you have the handout in here.
Yeah. I'm not gonna step on anything just yet, so I will draw out my javelin
Okay.
and I will throw it at this one right in front of Spoot.
Yeah, go for it.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
So that's 6 points of damage.
Yeah, nice.
And it comes back in my hand and I throw it again. 18, 5 points of damage.
Does it come back after the attack or at the end of your turn?
After the attack.
Okay.
I feel like you asked this before. I think it's like once it hits, it comes right back to me.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Do you want me to look up the infusion or no?
Yeah, why don't you just take a look
Yeah.
at it real quick?
All right, give me 1 second.
It may be too late, but Spoot did want to say that tile is safe, we think, to step on.
Which one?
The one below me. I don't remember. I feel like that was in my mind to say last week before we got attacked, so it might be too late. Maybe Spook can't say that until my turn.
Yeah. You stepped onto a success rune. Below you is a joy rune.
Right. I was going to try to, spell out if maybe I did say something about the ones that are, I think safe. Sure, the joy and success.
Okay.
It returns to the wielder's hand immediately after it's used to make a ranged attack.
Brilliant. I love that. Cool.
Thank you.
All right. So that's 2 successful javelin stabbies.
Yep. And then, yeah, I guess I'll. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll step back inside in case someone else wants to step out and fire some. Oops. Sorry. Not do that. There you go.
All right. Cool. Next up are the creatures who do attempt. The first one attempts some claws on Spoot. However, breaking down your shield, no problem, no damage there. The next one breathes a bit of cold breath.
Seems on brand.
Yeah. So this middle one here breathes a breath, and Spoot, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, and actually Adis as well.
God damn it.
I don't believe I passed, Jared.
With a 6, no. You fail, and you take 3 points of cold damage. Adis, you succeed and take 1 point of cold damage.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And next up, we have Greg, who definitely knows there's something going on.
Greg will run up. Oh shit. There we go. And will bonus action Chomper.
Yep. So you carry Chomper with you.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't highlight both. Where's the button for that?
It's under Chomper's character sheet.
Oh. Fancy.
It's its own entity. It gets its own character sheet.
Did I do that right? No.
Nope.
Oh, there we go. 11.
All right. Everyone gets 11 temporary hit points.
All right. Thank you.
If you had less than that, you have 11. If you had more than that, you have whatever you had.
Alright, and then Greg will firebolt that one.
Yeah, go for it.
22
Absolutely hits.
for 6 plus. Oh, ignore the second. Plus an additional 6. No, 2. Sorry. So 8 fire damage.
Yeah, the fire waves over the thing and melts it, and it explodes as it dies. So I need another Dex saving throw from Spoot, please.
I did not get to look up quick enough how the reactions work. There's a way to do that defensively. It doesn't matter.
It depends on the reaction.
Fine. No, I'll re-look it up later.
Well, you succeed with a 16 and take 1 point of slashing damage from a shard of ice. So you succeeded. Good job.
Oof, I know. That's
Anything else from Greg?
Nope. Or
Alright.
Greg will step back.
All right, cool. Next up, Adis.
Adis will step forward. Planar warrior.
Okay.
$20.
Will hit.
Jesus. For another 17 force damage.
Yeah, that arrow it goes right into its chest, and as it disappears, you see large cracks centering out from the central portion of this creature's body.
Shoot it again
28 is a hit.
for additional 9 force damage.
Yeah, this one shatters, and I need another saving throw of the dexterity kind from Spoot.
ah, boo.
Ninja Turtle.
Unfortunately, an 8 is a failure, and this time you take a full 8 points of damage from
Holy
the
shit.
explosion.
But you have temp health.
Yeah, but I need it.
We still have 45 minutes of Chomper.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay, says Spoot as the shards settle to the ground and fly away.
Yep, the shards fall, and everything goes quiet.
So, did anything happen? No, never mind. Okay, I'm going to point out now to the party that the room below me, in the shape of the P-looking thing, says joy. So I think that's safe to step on. But I'm not entirely sure if what I did triggered that attack or if that was a coincidence. And then I will point to the one below Adis and say, that says community, which also sounds like a positive thing. And then I'll point to the one that looks like the S with a T on top and say, that says sadness. And I think we should have...
I'm just going to remind you that you can hold over a space and click it and ping the spot.
But my character can't.
But the player can. Just so you don't have to worry about describing things.
Well, it was fun to do it in character, but now that moment has passed. So this is sadness. Don't step on this one, says Spooked.
Defect will pop his head out from the doorway and say, but we're in a bad guy's lair. Why are they so positive?
I don't really know why these runes are on the ground.
Well, clearly, they spawned something.
I'm gonna try to move diagonally to this one. I will point to the one that says community. I'm gonna see what happens.
I'm going to ready an attack if something hostile pops out.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if... I don't know what the game is here, but I don't know if it's a game of where we have to all be standing on the same kind or not. But there is a community one below you, Adis. To your south.
Cool. So, Spoot, you go and you step on the community room, and you hear a slight, like, frigid breeze kind of, like, whirl, and then coalesce, and you hear as... two more little dudes pop into existence right there.
It definitely seems like what I'm stepping on is triggering this, so I no longer understand anything.
And I'm gonna need some more initiative rolls apparently.
I don't know why you're surprised.
Because you all definitely had an idea that something was going on here. Wonderful. All right, Adis, you had your bow out ready, and these things appear. You may do what you will.
So, this attack doesn't get the force because I can't like prepare that.
Well, it's your turn, so like you can.
I was holding an attack, so when they appeared, I would fire first. No.
Yeah, so they appeared, so that would be your action attack, but then it's also your turn at the start of the initiative. So.
Okay, so I'm using my reaction to hit this one.
This one
for 15, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that definitely hits.
And then now it's my turn.
Yep. Start the initiative. Crazy Dex, man.
I know. I just wanted to make sure because, and so I will planar warrior this one, and then fire again. 27.
Yeah, that'll do it.
For another 17.
Yeah, it explodes, and I need a Dex save from Spook.
I like this game. I'm getting better at it.
With a 17, yeah, you succeed, and you take 1 point of slashing damage.
I might be needing another chomper soon.
Adis, you have a second attack.
Yeah. I just don't know if I want to step on anything.
Probably not.
Yeah, from where you are, because these are small creatures that are flying, you can't get you don't really have a sight on it.
Yeah. Does... Nothing changed on these runes after Spoot moved or after these creatures died.
Nope. There was no visible change.
Feck. Alright, I'm just gonna step back inside. Just be like, I can't get to the other one without stepping on the runes. And that's it.
fair.
Okay. Next up is Defect.
Wow. Okay, so Defect is going to try. All right. Defect knows Boot landed on this one, and something came out, and then he landed on a symbol similar to this one, right? And something came out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have this one, which meant something, and this one, which meant something. One was good, one was bad.
This one is joy, and this one is sadness.
Sadness.
So far, I have had no luck with success in community, ironically.
All right.
Ironic.
Defect will step. Defect is going to listen to his inner feelings, and because he's already feeling sad, will step to sad.
All right. You step onto the rune that you have been told equates to sadness. And as you step onto it, nothing happens.
All right, I'm going to throw my javelin
Mm-hmm.
at this one next to Scoot.
Yeah.
16 for 4 points of damage.
Yep, that'll hit.
And the second one, or nat 20.
Nice.
15.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you throw the first one and it clips one of the wings and returns to your hand, and you immediately throw it again, and it like shatters through one of the shoulders, pretty much almost tearing the arm straight off as it screams in like a cracky ice voice. Did not like that.
That's my turn, because I forgot what the other symbols mean around me.
Okay. You do have the handout in your journal, so you can look at that if it helps.
Okay. I felt like that'd be, if I like took it out and started looking through the symbols.
Well, like I gave it to the entire group because Spoot deciphered what they all meant.
Okay.
So he told you. Like the player doesn't have to remember everything, so it's okay.
There it is. All right.
All right. So our friend here is going to claw at Spoot, scraping across the shield. And then it's going to just kind of fly over to the other side there. And that will be its turn. That brings us to Greg.
Alright. I mean, I can't... Oh, can Greg see that one now?
Yeah, it flew to the backside of Spoot.
Not Spoot's backside. Alright. Firebolt.
Go for it.
2. Natural 1.
All right. I need Adis, Greg, and Defect to roll a d20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, interesting. I expected me to be rolling something.
Right? First one's Adis, second one's Greg.
Okay. I need Adis and Defect to roll a d20. Defect rolled a 17. Stop rolling the same thing, damn it. All right, do it again.
Come on, twinsies.
If you do it again, you're both good. All right. So Greg rushes through and brings their hand back, ready to fire, but releases the bolt a little too soon, and it blows up, and Greg loses control of the magic. And Adis, you take 4 points of fire damage.
Ouch. I
would've-
Greg will just be like, sorry, and then Chomper will go off.
Yeah, go for
Oh,
it.
I'm too far away.
No, you're not. It's 10 feet.
Yep, you're in range.
I forgot it's on your shoulder. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'll just forget to drag the token.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Go
Button.
ahead, protector. Boom.
10,
That's Chomper. Good job.
Wonderful.
right?
Is that all from Greg?
That is it.
All right, Spoot. It's your turn. You got this thing clawing at you.
So annoying. Oh gosh, it's an action to withdraw, isn't it? Hang on one second. Let me look at something. I'm not
It is
sure I want to
looking
do.
pretty rough. It looks like it's almost missing its arm.
That's right. Oh, okay, well, I'll take a chance then. I know I'm going to get hit, but I'll go ahead and try to finish it off. I don't know.
Yeah, with an 11, you do hit it. And you smash the baton through it, and you hear the entire body of this thing and explode and shatter. I need you to make a dex save. And with a 12, you succeed, taking only 1 point of slashing damage from the shrapnel.
All right.
And the creature is gone.
So Sweet will say, perhaps we need to think about how to proceed. I'm starting to wonder if Defect has a better idea.
I just don't want to hear anything more if I summon anything. Because now you've summoned 2 sets of pixies and you've caused an ice elemental to attack us.
You talking to Spoot or to Matt? I can't tell.
The spoot. Because everybody gives Ada shit because he's like pulled things through portals. But now you're making shit appear.
I think that Spoot hasn't given you shit. Matt probably has. Well, that's also why I stood here in front of them, because they were exploding. So my theory didn't work out, it looks like. Defect.
With your past perception, you do notice that Defect is standing on top of a rune that equates to sadness.
Defect, it seems like you didn't have an effect when you stood on sadness. I'm not sure I know what that means yet, but... For some reason, it's related to negative things. Misery is directly to your right.
Defect will nod and step to his right. Right.
Okay, Defect.
Step onto misery.
You step to your right onto the misery rune as directed by Spoot. As you lift up your foot off of sadness and place it on the misery rune, nothing happens.
Defect, I think you're onto something. By George.
Well, you know what they say, misery loves company, and Adis will step onto sadness.
Ooh,
Yeah, there is no effect.
I think that maybe we should be looking for the emotions of whatever the voice we heard at the door is feeling. And as I say that, I will step to, I don't know, misery also, I guess. Wait, where do I want to go? I don't know where to go.
Yeah, I don't know where the door is.
Let me, okay, let me back up. This is, Spook will say, before we take any more steps, let's look ahead to see if we have a path of at least sadness and misery, which is a sentence I never thought I would say. And I don't really know where to go, but perhaps we can continue going counterclockwise.
Well, you have sadness on top of you and misery beside you.
I have sadness and then isolation.
You have failure.
And then failure.
Also bad.
Misery. Okay, so let's test out failure, and then maybe I can go to misery. Where would I go from there, though? Isolation. Isolation, misery. Okay, I think I have a path, says Spoot, and I'm going to try the step on failure.
Okay, you step off and onto the tile with the rune marked failure. And as you place your foot down, you tense your body because you aren't sure that this is right. And you take your full weight and put it on the failure rune. And nothing happens.
I just imagine like the Indiana Jones scene, but it's me instead of.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay, so defect will copy Spoot and step onto this failure spot.
Mm-hmm. I need you to make a constitution. No, just kidding. Nothing happens.
God damn it!
A fireball erupts from the floor.
You only get so many miseries before it comes true. Okay, I'm gonna continue forward. Also, I'm gonna step to this misery.
Adis and Grig are just going to be
Okay.
following in tow.
Yep, that's totally okay.
And I think at this point, like obviously we can all look at the thing, but Spook can remind you what tokens are.
Yeah, you step onto misery and no problems, Spoot.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Did you see the path I took? Because I'm gonna try to keep moving forward and see if I see a door. If I don't, maybe I yell back that we go back. Did I get that right? I meant to step on isolation. Okay, I did. Isolation.
Okay. Yeah, you step on isolation and nothing happens.
Stop me if I'm moving too fast.
Oh, you're fine so far. You step onto misery to no ill effect.
This reminds me of this game I played called Hopscotch.
Wait a minute, what's this?
It's suspicious.
Is it stairs I spy in the northwest corner?
Who knows? You gotta get there to find out.
I can't see anything from here? Alright, I'll step to failure. Okay. Hey, there are stairs here.
You step to failure and indeed discover stairs that lead upwards.
Success, says Spoot out loud. No, wait, no, failure. Okay, I'm gonna stand just off enough of the steps where people can also join me.
Oh no. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you all can follow the directions of Spoot, stepping on the appropriate tiles. Spoot seems to have figured out the way with the help of Defect.
God damn it. There we go.
Nice work, Defect.
I cannot work these tokens tonight.
I did notice that if the doorways have invisible barriers in the map, so that might prevent your token from sliding through walls.
No, it's just like I'm clicking on the token and my computer would rather make the highlight drag box instead of actually dragging my token.
Gotcha. All right. So you have successfully cleared the path without further incident and made your way up the stairs. So you continue up these stairs and you feel like you go around at least one full time around the perimeter of the tower. And you come to a new area, new level, with an open balcony.
You said we level up?
No.
Chapter 9. The balcony.
And what you see before you is a long curving hallway with a low fog that is rising up from the floor that seems to be seeping around a corner up ahead of you a little ways.
Okay.
Do you exit the stairs to get over there?
No, we're safe here. Let's just hold out.
Yeah, I'll take the lead again. I'll step off onto
All
this
right.
hallway.
Just a moment.
Ah! We all died. Descent into darkness.
That was the wrong answer. You should have gone to the other stairs.
Yes, if you go to the lower left corner of the map, you'll find yourselves once again.
Oh.
Okay. So Defect will take lead.
Do I still feel depressed?
Yes, you not only still feel depressed, but you also are moving at half speed.
And you're also very
Oh,
cold.
right. That's cute.
So once you get here, you can see that the fog is emanating from this room, and as you look through this archway, you just see fog.
Okay.
That's
Let's see.
weird. It's one of those.
Adis,
See.
what is your past perception these days? 22? 25?
84.
It's a 25, right?
Yeah.
Cool. You see on the floor, not too far from where Defect is, further down the hallway, you see a glyph very faintly glowing beneath the frozen fog that is covering the floor.
Where do I see it?
You see it about here.
Oh, okay.
Defect is looking into an archway, and as you look on the floor past him, you just kind of barely perceive it.
Right. Defect, stay right there, please. There's something in the fog on the floor. And
Oh. Defect will ready his axe just in case.
I can't go into the curve, but I'm standing in that square below Defect.
Yeah.
And I would like to look at the rune to see if I could read it. Or if it's like so similar to the ones from before or anything like that.
It does seem to have a similar style of rune, but make an Arcana check for him.
I'm great at those. 16. Oh, that's actually not bad.
With a 16, you're not exactly sure what it does. It doesn't appear to have any meaning, though.
Spoot,
What did we find?
come stand right here. And then... I'm trapped!
I think I will stay here then, actually.
I'll just like let Spoot in front of me and kind of like point to where the rune is and be like, can you read that? I can't read it.
Where do I need to stand? I'm sorry.
Right where I'm standing.
Oh, on
but
top of you.
I
Okay.
literally can't even move my token. So,
Oh, I
and then
can-
so I'll just like,
There's an invisible wall.
there is. And I'll just like point to where the rune is. Can you read that? It's magic, but I can't tell what it is.
I will try. Says Food. First of all, is it the same language that we saw earlier?
It seems to have a similar quality to it, yeah, but it doesn't equate to a word necessarily. You can make an Arcana check.
It means boom. Just kidding.
Boom.
Like an explosion. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Adis has traumatic flashbacks
Yeah,
to Fey Harbor.
you don't know what it is. You don't know what's going on with that rune on the floor, and inside this archway, you just see a bank of fog.
I should have given myself guidance on that one. I'm not sure it would have helped.
I mean, hey Greg, could you use your wand of magical detection? Sure. And then Greg will use it, or kind of, and just look at and see what the magic is.
Yeah. So I believe it acts as detect magic, right?
Yes.
Then yes. Grig definitely can see them. You pointed them out to them, and the rune that appears to Grig in front of you all, appears to be of the evocation school of magic.
I'm wondering now.
Actually,
Hang on.
probably conjuration and evocation. Seems like a combination deal.
That's a 2-for-1. Could this be making the fog? Well, I know well, I don't have it prepared, but like I know the spell fog cloud because I've used it before. Does this seem like
Well, so the fog appears to be staying within the room,
right?
on the other side of the archway, except like it is like kind of funneling out and escaping onto the floor of the hallway that you're in. So whatever the fog is, it is mostly in that room.
Okay. Okay, so the fog's not like over here with the rune. It's just kind of like a little bit on top of it.
Yeah, the fog, it's like covering the entirety of the floor a little bit, which is why only you notice the room, because
Right.
you are insanely perceptive.
Are sorry, this is out of character. Are both Defect and Adis moving at half speed? And
No,
just Adis.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
They're both sad though.
Adis, I had an idea. I don't know if we have time to deal with this, but I wanted to try to cast Identify on this rune, but I don't want to touch it. However, I seem to recall something is affecting you, and I'm wondering if I can maybe identify what that is.
I think that spell only works on items. You can't identify emotions.
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They added it in the last book. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. You know, one of the 3 they put out since Tasha's. I mean, I would have to hold on to you for about 10 minutes. I am very curious to see what might be affecting you, if I can get rid of it.
I mean, that's fine if we want to sit here for 10 minutes.
I don't know if y'all want to. Well, it's difficult because you're the best suited to see any more of these runes on the floor. So
You probably got about 20 minutes of Chomper left.
okay.
Me being depressed doesn't really affect my ability to see.
All right. Well, let's keep moving for now. We should probably figure out what we're going to do about this room if we even need to go inside. Is there enough passage past? Do you see any more rooms past us, or do you think we can navigate this hallway?
Defect, can you move back so I can look?
Yes.
I said move back, not forward.
We're having difficulty doing that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No! Don't step on it, Spoot!
Hold on, nobody touch your tokens. I will move them for you because apparently I can do it and you cannot.
Okay. The floor is trapped. We're stuck here forever.
Hold on.
The curse of super glue.
All right, here you are. You have assumed this formation.
I actually played with a DM once who didn't let us touch our tokens. We had to describe what we were doing and he would move it. It was so fucking annoying. Enough said, I only did one game with that group.
Yeah. So with a 22, you
23.
23.
Not that matters.
And you'd have advantage because you know what you're looking for. You do not see any beyond the first rune that you noticed when you kind of look around.
Okay. And in this room, do I notice anything aside from fog, or is it like so foggy?
It is like a wall of fog.
Okay. God, if only I had a gust of wind cantrip.
Hilariously, I'm pretty sure my control water actually has a level of eliminating fog, but I didn't prepare it because we're not on the open sea anymore.
Long rest. I don't think I have anything. Get rid of fog. Let me look at Greg.
It's very possible we might just have to venture in blindly, but I'm wondering if there's anything around the corner, well, around the bend.
Yes, there seems to be the hallway leading in front of you that you have identified some kind of conjuration evocation glyph on. And
Well,
there is a room of fog that you cannot see through.
Adis, is it possible that you can navigate us through this hallway, hopefully avoiding any further rooms?
how do we know that this isn't a tripwire as soon as you move past it?
Well, I guess we don't. Maybe everyone should stand back. If everyone else stands back,
Yeah.
Spook will attempt to wave his baton out in front of him. I don't think I have. I mean, I can't get away by justifying reach on this. But basically, as far away from me as possible, and maybe somewhere above the rune, I'd like to wave my baton without touching the floor to see if I trip anything.
Yeah, you wave your baton, nothing happens.
Great. Sorry, I'm just gonna, for my sake.
You
Is
would have
this
had
where
to move to there because the rune is essentially here. So.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Now I know where it is. Okay. And if it looks like I can squeeze around it, I'm going to try to go, or maybe Adis should go this way.
Sure, I'll do that.
But slowly. If you see any more, let me know.
So are you going to this square, Adis?
Yeah.
Cool. You step into that square. I will move you there because apparently that's what this does. And
Kaboom.
as you step around the rune, it glows, and you hear and massive spires and spikes of stone and ice erupt from the ground in all directions, like a bit like Full Metal Alchemist style, and just jab up towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Adis.
Just me.
Yes.
Get out of there!
When this happens, I give Spoot a dirty look.
Yeah, Spoot feels bad.
24.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Nice. So you succeed, which is great. So
And take 78 points of damage.
you take 4 piercing damage and 3 cold damage. And now you see there are a bunch of big icy spikes blocking the hallway, making difficult terrain.
Wait, so 7 damage total?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, sorry
Ow.
about that, Adis.
Yeah, these spikes are sticking up at all angles from the floor, pretty much blocking most of the hallway. But you could still squeeze around them. It would just require deftness. It's difficult.
Do we just want to go through the fog room?
Well, maybe. I can't tell if that's a good sign or not, though. If there's a thing here preventing us, to dissuade us from going forward, it almost makes me wonder what we should do. Defect, you seem to have had a keen mind for this. What would you do?
I'll just follow what I'm feeling. Right now I'm feeling sad and lost in thoughts.
Defect throws
I'd like to be
himself onto
lost
the
in the fog
spikes.
here. And with that, Defect will just step right in. What happens to me?
You step into the fog cloud, and everybody sees you vanish into the fog. And as you do so,
What's that, explosive fire fog spell? Not pyrotechnics.
you cannot see anything.
Gas leak.
Defect.
Combustion cloud? I don't know.
Well, that doesn't help. So I will step. I'll take a step backwards out.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Not
Where's
that.
the rope? We should have tied a rope.
Constitution saving throw. 17.
Okay. I need you to roll a d8 for me.
Do you get advantage on those, or is that only in certain situations?
No,
2.
it's strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot see, and you are all turned around as you step into the fog.
Oh. I just stepped in.
Yeah, and you can't see anything.
Yeah, but how did I get turned around? It's like if I walk into a dark room and I can't see because it's dark, I at least know I do take a step back, not.
Welcome to magic,
What?
baby. It is a magical fog you have stepped into.
Okay.
Well, Greg, do you have more of that rope?
Yes.
And I'll just Greg gives Adis the rope, and I'm just gonna start tying it around everybody before we go into the fog.
Are we doing this?
Well, we can't leave him in there.
You're right, but I don't think he's made it far.
It doesn't matter.
Defect, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Defect, can you hear us?
10.
Petrification.
Okay. Your body begins to seize up.
Oh, not this.
I mean, we can't see him, so yeah, I guess we should go in after him. Let's be careful.
Jared, do I hear them when they call out?
You can hear them, yeah.
Okay.
Defect.
I'll call out back to them. I'm over here. I walked a foot inside the door, and now I'm lost.
I can't.
Okay. You have ropes tied to us. Spook's gonna say, "I'm gonna go in after him. I'm gonna try to walk forward and grab him." I'm gonna take. Can I take an end of rope with me? Is it like? Can we leave a free end on my side? Hold still, Defect. Don't go anywhere. And I'm gonna look behind me at Adis and Greg and be like, "Don't follow me yet." All right, I'm going in, and I'm gonna try to reach in front of me and see if I can feel Defect.
All right. You step into the fog, and you lose sight. Go ahead, roll a d6 for me. You reach out in front of you into the fog with a 3. And you feel something in the fog.
Defect, is this you? Could you feel me touching you?
Stop.
Do I feel
Don't
something
touch me
touching
there.
you?
I feel something, Defect. I don't know if it's you.
This is so
Is it-
weird.
Is it musculature?
It's cold.
Defect, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Double nat 20s, baby.
Nice. You are able to push through and revert control over your muscles, and you
Great.
do and you do feel something touching you.
Whatever it is that's touching me, I'm gonna grab it with my hand and hope it's Spoot. Spoot, is this you? You know, and just kind of
I
grab
hope
that
so.
hand.
I'm gonna start. Do I feel this?
You feel something grab you as Defect talks to you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jared. What are you trying to do to us? Oh, God. I was gonna start trying to tie the rope around it. I don't care what it is. I'm tying it off.
Yeah, as you feel these hands or something reach out and grab you, you feel your body freeze up and you are restrained. You cannot move, you cannot speak.
Oh, I cannot speak. Oh, interesting.
Oh no, you can speak when you're restrained, but you can't move at all.
I think I have you, Defect. Adis, if you can hear me, I think you need to pull us back, but I cannot move. I don't know if you can do it.
I I will yank on the rope and try to pull them out.
Cool. Make an athletics check. Actually, it's pure strength. Strength check.
Hey, if it's contested
I feel
strength,
like
this
it'd
is
be athletics, but okay.
Yeah, no, I could see athletics. Yeah, sure, go for athletics.
Not that
Ooh.
it would only add a 3, so 5.
roll it anyway.
With a 5, unfortunately, you pull and you feel the rope go taut as you can't budge Spoot's heavy form.
Greg,
Don't
help.
give up.
Can Greg give me
Would
advantage?
Yeah, Greg can make an attempt at advantage.
What's up, Mike?
We'll wait for the roll, I guess. I was gonna say maybe because I'm still moving, if I reach around your form and feel the rope and follow the rope back out.
Natural 20?
Okay, Greg
Oh,
jumps
yeah.
onto the rope and
Greg to the
says,
rescue!
"Pull, step it, human!" and
Greg,
yanks and manages to somehow drag the form of Spoot out of the fog with
Yes.
the rope tied around him.
Okay.
And
This is a-
Defect, you feel the form of Spoot like leave your hands, like it gets pulled away from your grasp.
Oh, shit.
Okay, no, I was hoping I could stay grabbed on, but I guess being restrained, that might have been weird.
Defect, I need you to make another con save.
Okay. Now.
You feel your body freeze up again.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast...
Spoot, I need you to make a con save.
Oh, I'm not out yet. Oh boy.
How deep did we go? We're just like at the doorway, are we not?
This is comical. We're like
Mhm.
5 feet in.
Yeah,
and-
you walked into the magical fog. Stuff happens when you do that. So, Spoot, you are pulled out of the fog, and Adis, you pull his body, and you kind of like pull him, and like his body kind of like moves like a statue, and you like pull, and it just kind of like scrapes along, but you do manage to pull him out of it.
Mhm.
But you see suddenly that his body is beginning to crystallize, as though
Well, shit.
becoming ice.
Nothing I can do about that. Well, that might be happening to Defect inside, so I'm going to cast Into the Fog Fairy Fire on a
Okay.
restrained Defect, so I think it No, it doesn't automatically hit, but he has disadvantage, but you can still choose to fail, correct?
I would say if he could see the spell being cast, then he could choose to fail.
What if I yell
Otherwise,
out,
it's just
Defect,
straight.
I'm gonna try to outline you in light.
Fail!
Okay, make a dex saving throw at disadvantage, Defect.
Ooh.
13.
Yes, you fail. So you're outlined in light, and now you cannot benefit from invisibility or any such.
Yeah, so I will say, like, with that, you can see a vague outline of a form in the fog.
Cool.
Okay, so maybe what I should have done is handed him the rope instead of trying to tie off.
What is
Well,
what is Greg gonna do?
Grig is going to fashion a lasso and then try to throw it around the glowing form in the fog.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check with for Greg.
I'm gonna give you guidance, Greg.
You are frozen.
You're
You cannot
frozen.
do anything
Oh, okay.
because you have moved from restrained to paralyzed.
Oh, lovely. I love when that happens.
25.
With a 25, yeah, Greg produces a quick lariat, and like it's one of those things where they like just wrap the rope and like a quick thing, and it creates a knot somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And they chuck it in to attempt to wrap around Defect. Make a
Check.
well, to see if it hits Defect. Go ahead, make a ranged attack.
Any modifier?
Dexterity.
But no
not,
proficiency,
not
correct?
proficiency, no.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll a dex check then, because that would be the same thing.
That's fine.
18?
With an 18, yeah, they managed to lasso around Defect.
Alright.
But I'm going to say that's their turn. So, Defect, make another con save for me.
14.
You managed to push through the ice once again and the cold, and you have control of your body, and you feel a rope around you, like around your shoulders.
I'm gonna hold on to that rope and just kind of follow it, if I can. Start walking out if it's my turn or not.
Yeah, you are able to do so, and you exit the thing, the cloud. Just go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me to see if you trip over Spoot or not.
Okay.
Oh no.
Spook shatters.
You do trip over Spoot, but you just fall prone. That's all that really happens. But yeah, you are all outside now. Spoot, I need a con save throw, please.
I feel like I'm making death saves, actually.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. I just want to read something.
Okay.
Uh,
You all watch as ice
Can I...
begins to cover Spoot's form,
Hold
and
on.
his body looks like it's beginning to turn to ice.
I will say, if this is the way Spoot dies, I will be a bit disappointed.
Could I have used Flash of Genius? Because it says for saving throws.
Yeah.
So Greg will use Flash of Genius and add 4 to the saving throw to make it a 12?
Okay. The ice still covers Spoot.
Ah, shit.
Adis, can do anything?
I have nothing that can... Do I have Lesser Restoration prepared? I don't. Fuck. I don't have spell slots. I will just... I pass. I have nothing I can do for this.
Okay. Greg gonna try anything?
Greg casts Shatter. I'm just kidding.
Use that fire. That tends to help with the ice.
I can't shoot you with fire.
I mean,
You could.
it could.
What's this do?
Desperate times. I'm not saying I know that that would do anything.
Hold on. What does this do?
Cool spell, but I don't
That's
think it
No, that wouldn't do anything.
Make an Arcana check for Greg for me.
Okay. $18.
Cool. So Greg knows the spell Absorb Elements. They know how it works. Greg is also a bit of an inventor. Greg thinks they might be able to try to siphon off some of the cold from Spoot with that spell. They might get hurt, but it might help Spoot last a little longer.
Well, we have temp HP. Let's go. Sure.
Cool. So I want Greg to make an Arcana check. It's going to be a DC 15. If they get 15 or higher, they will be able to siphon off some of this cold and stave off a round of its progression.
18.
All right. Greg manages to twist the arcane energies that they are used to doing. So instead of taking, or instead of giving themselves resistance to damage of an attack, they suck the cold off of Spoot into a little like funneling cloud that they then absorb and end up taking 3 points of cold damage themselves. But
That's fine.
they have made it so Spoot it won't mechanically it won't progress to the next step on Spoot's turn.
Okay.
That brings us to Defect. You're prone on the ground. You gonna do anything? You see Spoot turning to ice. You saw Greg like suck some cold out.
I mean, I get up, and all Defect can do. Well, he can't do anything in this circumstance. No spells.
Defect sits in existential dread.
Yeah, he just looks sadly at this as this scene plays out.
Okay. So Spoot, go ahead and make a con save. Cool. On a 20, with the help of Greg taking away some of the cold, you feel the ice kind of and shatter off, and you are no longer paralyzed. You are still restrained.
Oh,
So you can
that's
speak,
fair.
but it's very mumbly right now.
Well, I feel a little bit better. It's cold.
Adis, can do anything?
Come on, Spoot, you can do it. Push the ice out a little bit more.
Okay. Greg gonna do anything?
I don't know. Can Greg help anymore? Could you another Arcana check?
If you want to expend the spell slot and do the same thing, you could.
I've got an idea, says Spoot, before you in the spell slot.
I will prepare the help action to Spoot if that does anything.
How are you going to help Spoot?
He has an idea, so if he says something that I can help with, I will help with it.
Okay.
I am really worried about doing this, but
Okay,
perhaps
So that's what Greg's doing. Defect's just hanging out. So Spoot, it's up to you. What are you gonna do? I need you to make a con save.
Can I do a thing before the con save or no?
No. Start of your turn.
Gotcha. Question, splitting hairs here. When I recovered on my last turn, I also could not do anything when I went from being paralyzed, correct?
No, you could have done something. What do you want to do?
I am just going to try this. I might be wasting a spell slot, but it's desperate times. I'm going to cast a spell magic on myself.
Actually, I'm sorry. That saving throw did happen at the end of your turn.
The saving throw that recovered me happened at the end of my turn.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm back to another con save.
Yeah.
Well, that might
Okay.
indeed.
Yeah. So you feel some ice begin to form up again, and you become paralyzed.
Wait,
We're going to be here a while.
could Greg flash of genius again?
Yes.
All right, so he has a 17.
Cool. With a 17, you are able to push through. Greg shouts some encouragement, and you feel the cold leave your body. You are no longer restrained or paralyzed.
Thank you, Greg. I needed that. Oh, that was tough. I don't like being cold. It was very difficult.
Yeah, that looks chilly.
Well, Defect, it was worth a shot, but I think maybe we don't go into the room of fog.
Defect will put a hand on Spoot's shoulder, and we'll continue down this dangerous hallway.
I think I'll take my chances. You know what? I feel like somehow I've got us into this mess, so I'll try to be the one to lead us. Is it possible, as Spoot moves forward, that I can be slow enough in my travel to just use every ounce of my passive perception as I, or in some way, like be
Well,
thorough?
you can make a perception check as you are moving to see if you notice anything.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I mean, right now,
I'm probably gonna.
right now, this like 10-foot area in front of you here is just spikes that you have to kind of like weasel your way around. They're big ice spikes.
Allow me to get to the other side and then make a check. I mean, I can try to. Oh, I guess I can move it.
Okay, so make a perception check.
I was going to give myself guidance, but I think I'll pass.
On a natural 20, as you are about to exit into or out of this like kind of convoluted maze of spikes that you're kind of moving through very slowly and awkwardly, you see on the ground in front of you a glowing rune of a different kind.
Defect? No, not defect. Adis? Well, everyone? I see another rune. It's different, and so I don't know what to expect. But if it's anything like the last one, I don't think we're going to be able to pass without taking some ill effect.
Touching the rune?
What's that?
Have you tried touching the rune?
I have not.
Is that deactivate?
Well, Greg still has detect magic up, so would it? I believe at least it's 10 minutes. So can they see what school has the rune has?
Yeah, if they move up there with Spoot, they can take a look at it. It's definitely evocation.
Okay. That one's evocation as well.
It looks different, huh?
Yeah, the first one was conjuration. This one is evocation.
Oh, I see.
Do you want me to step on it?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. If we're going to have a hallway full of these, I surely don't have enough spells to handle this, but I do have at least one dispel magic. Let me think.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to think. Because we're not in combat, so you calm down. I'm just looking at all my spells real quick to see if I'm missing something. Vision, dark vision.
Adis, what are you thinking about as you kind of morosely, slowly make your way through all of this this level of the tower here?
Just contemplating what we're doing here, if there's any purpose to anything that we're achieving. No.
Glad to know you're cheerful.
I have.
I'm depressed.
He's in character.
Yeah, you are.
I have a question.
You may be thinking about sunshine, unicorns, and ponies.
Go for it.
Dead unicorns.
Yep.
Killing ponies. Puppies. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Question. Would I reasonably know in every way that a spell that I have never cast works? And if you say no, that's not. I totally accept it.
If it's a spell you have access to, then you would know how it does its thing, because like that's part of being a cleric. You know what your magic does.
Okay, that's what I thought. The second thing is, if I use Arcane Eye, is it an extension of like my eyes in the sense that I could like cast perception checks with it, or it has my natural, my passive perception, or it's just like a plain visibility, like it just gives me sight. That's it.
You can look through it, like that's the point of the spell. You just create a magical floating eye that does have dark vision.
Yeah, which is cool.
And you can
sight beyond sight.
Yeah, it's sight beyond sight from like Thundercats essentially. So
right,
you can look through it and you can make a perception check through it.
Okay, that's what I was fishing for.
Yeah.
Right. I would have accepted it. Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna say this out loud to the party that I'm thinking about using this spell that will allow me to see ahead without me physically being there. I wonder if that may reveal anything to us. It lasts for an hour and it requires concentration, however. I'm uncertain if it could see through this fog as well. I don't know if it may give us an opportunity to see what's ahead without putting ourselves in danger.
I mean, I don't want to step on any more spikes.
It is the only time I can use this, though. So, this is a bit of a risk, but we think it's worth it.
It's your magic.
Alright, I'm gonna try it.
Okay. You create your arcane eye, and you can look through it. Where do you create it?
I'll start above me,
Okay.
and before... So I've got an hour, and I can move it... Move the eye 30 feet in any direction as an action. Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially like a 360-degree camera.
Out of curiosity, can I place it at the edge of the fog and see if it sees anything in?
Yeah, it looks into the fog and sees a wall of fog.
Okay, so it sees the same thing I do. Okay.
It's
let's...
just got normal vision.
Right. Okay, I was just curious if there was some magical shenanigans that might have occurred.
True sight.
Let's go
That would
around
be a
the
ridiculous
hallway.
4th level spell.
Would be. I'm already not sure I should have used it, but whatever. Here we are. Let's see what happens if I take it around a little further into the hallway, past the room. Let's see if it trips off anything. Everyone stand back.
So let's see.
I would love to stand back before you explode something. Just FYI.
It's invisible. It's just a little eye, and you're having it hover like above head height.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, above head height.
Yeah, you can make a perception check through it if you want.
Okay. So I know this rune's here, so why don't we go past it and see what happens as it passes over? And I would like to, if possible, stand back before I do that, just to avoid any...
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like at the edge of all these ice spikes that are taking up most of the hallway, so...
So I cannot go backwards from where I came?
You can, but it's just gonna, you'll be like in the middle of the spikes, so just be aware.
Oh, okay. That's a subtle hint that these spikes may do something else, then...
I mean, they're just there, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. I still want to get away from the next room. And then pass the eye to this square, I think, right? Because the rune was in the one...
Yeah,
here.
So are you making perception checks as you're doing this, or are you just moving the eye?
I'm just going to move the eye... Can I do both? I mean, I don't know what order you want it in.
Yeah, give me a perception check for the eye.
Okay. I thought I would move it first, to be honest.
Cool. The eye just sees a curving hallway with, that fog just kind of eking out in the direction the eye is traveling.
Okay. And where's the eye now?
It's right where you wanted it to be. It's right there.
Okay. Well, we'll do that. I'll just move it slowly here and then make another perception check as I go.
Yeah, go for it.
This is not just like doing this the wrong way.
With a 9, it's more of a curving hallway, but it does look like the fog is now coming from the other direction.
Interesting. Am I able to gain the sight of the eye from what it would see here?
Yeah, the eye gives you this mental image of what it sees. So it sees the curving hallway.
Okay. I just mean sorry. I know that we probably don't have the eye in place, but for the matter of me seeing the map.
No,
I don't know
you're just getting a curving hallway. You'll have to theater of the mind it, because I don't have that knowledge.
No, that's fine. I mean, I can move my token, and then I can see it. I guess we could just use my token to do it, but I don't know where to go from.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, it's just continuing the curve in the hallway. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, keep going then.
Yeah, so you move it forward, and you see through the eye that there is another archway with fog kind of eking out of it again.
An archway, but like, is it look like it might be the other side of the room that we tried to go through?
Yeah, you assume is probably that.
And there's
Because
passage.
it does match it.
There's passage past it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
You can send it further down that curving hallway if you want.
Let me do another perception check and send it further. I'm also just trying to make sure there aren't rooms here. More.
With a 22, you don't see any runes through the eye.
Okay. All right, I'll relay this information back to the party. So I haven't. There's the only rune that I've discovered so far definitively is the one right in front of us, which I guess we'll possibly just have to take. And see what happens. How bad was it last time, Adis?
Pointy and cold.
Are you going to keep sending the eye around the corner?
Trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what the best thing is to do, since I don't know where it is. Sure. Let's keep going. Let's see how far I can get.
Yeah, you send it further around the corner, and you see stairs leading up.
Okay, team. The point of me saying that last bit is I think we're going to have to just pass this rune, and then maybe it's safe. My eye has seen another set of stairs. We just want to tough it out. Or do we have better ideas?
Sure.
All right, let's go. And I will move past the rune as quickly as possible. I will use. I don't know. I will go 30 feet as far as I can.
As you jump over the rune, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Better than con saves.
Great. Things. Great. So what happens, Spoot, as you rush through? You see a spear of ice just kind of, or an energy bolt of ice just shoot out from the wall as you step over the glyph. And you take 7 reduced to, you succeeded, so it's 1 point of piercing damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep hustling until I get to the stairs.
Cool. So you're just running the whole way through. So go ahead, move 30 feet so I know where you end up.
You may have to do it for me.
Okay. So you're just running down the middle of the hallway, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, somewhere like there? Okay.
Cool. I need 4 dexterity saving throws. First one. Okay. The first one is a 16, which is a success. As another set of icy spikes juts up from the ground. You take 5 points of piercing damage, but no cold damage. You evaded the majority of the spikes, which is good. The second one was a 6, which is a failure. As another ice ray trap triggers, shoots. Oof. You take 4 piercing damage and 12 cold damage as it chills you to the bone. The next set is another failure as more spikes erupt. and you take 11 piercing damage and 1 cold damage.
Oh, this is getting scary.
Still up?
Yeah, barely. Would it have
Cool.
been possible in the middle of...
The last one is also a failure.
Okay, so I had 3 failures in a row.
Yeah.
As I get close to dying, is it possible to do anything, or have I sealed my fate?
Well, this was your movement. You said that you were just booking it.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and kill Spook.
So in the midst of your movement, you could cast a spell on yourself.
That's exactly what I'm asking.
Yes, that is exactly what you could do.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to look and drink that health potion that I had.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't seem to pop it up in there. I'm drinking the, it's titled Confidently Made Health Potion. It tastes like Everberry. That's one of the notes, tastes like Everberry. And in the description it says, hope it works.
It does work. It does 2d4 plus 2 healing. It's a regular healing potion.
Wow, that was the worst health potion in the world.
That is a little rough. But you get 5 back, which is good.
Your healing word would have been strong.
Yeah, it would have been. Hang on just a second. I'm already at 33.
And you had the 10 temporary.
Right, hang on. This is not.
What's that?
Okay, great.
You good?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay.
I'm gonna need.
The last one was a failure. And you take 4 points of piercing damage and 7 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And you have ended your move right there where you are. And the rest of you see 2 more. You see 2 more big spiky things like shoot up and Full Metal Alchemist Spoot as he tries to go through. He dodges the first one pretty well, but then he gets hit by an ice beam, and then you lose track as the next set of spikes kind of erupts around him. And Spoot, you get jabbed by a third ice beam, and you can cry out in pain. And, that's where you are at the end of that 30-foot run. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Should we start following?
Yeah, we're gonna follow.
Yeah, let's take a little 5-minute break.
Thank you.
Because we are a little past the time, but let's do that and give you all a chance to think about what your plan will be, and we will be right back, everybody, in 5 minutes. So thank you all very much for sticking with us. Thank you, I've got it in chat. Always good to have you here. So we'll be right back, everyone. back. Thanks for hanging out with us for that little break time. So, picking up where we left off, you have all just seen Spoot rush just head on through the the hallway that you are in, and you saw a couple of big icy things blast up, spikes of ice filling the hallway now, and it's almost impossible to see through all these spikes what's going on now. And you saw him get hit at least once more by an ice ray. So what would you like to do?
Quickly but carefully follow suit.
Follow.
Yeah. Go up to him.
Yeah. Cool. So as you pass the first ice ray trap, I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, damn.
So there's like no way to avoid it, having seen it go off after Spook crossed it.
No.
It's just a wall of
I will, because you
ice
know it's
ray.
there, because you now know it's there, I will give you advantage on the dex save, but that's it.
Okay.
Very cool. So with a 26, a 21, and a 14, all of you succeed. So I will just do it in one. You will all take 2 piercing damage and 3 cold damage.
You said 2 and 3?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Alright. Can I make Chomper go off?
Actually, yes, you could make Chomper go off.
Alright.
You're all essentially just like another few feet inside this area now.
So we get back 7.
I am guessing I'm very too far away.
Yes, you are. Yeah, so you're all up here now. As you rush through the next one, go ahead, make another dex saving throw. You did see this one too, so I will grant you advantage. Cool. With a 12 defect, you fail. Adis with a 25 and Greg with an 18 succeeds. So defect, you take 1 point of piercing damage and 9 points of cold damage. Adis and Greg take no piercing damage, but you take 4 points of cold damage each. And pardon me. And that gets you up to here, and you can now see Spoot standing bloody in front of you, breathing heavy, as you slowly kind of make your way through this through the layer of spikes.
Well, says Spoot, that didn't work out like I wanted. Apparently, there are a lot more traps than I noticed.
Which unfortunately we can't do anything else about except to run through it. Turtle, you have done enough. Let me take the charge on this next one.
Okay, before any further damage can occur, I'm going to cast Healer Bird on myself at 2nd level.
Okay.
And with that, I will. I guess I still want to be in view of them so that they see the traps, so that they have advantage. So I guess I'll move up to here. Just move kind of straight up.
Cool. I need 4 dexterity saving throws. Okay.
I just realized I was I just realized I was muted. I was trying to ask before Defect runs, how is he feeling?
I feel sad. It hurt now. I will be
Oh, like,
soon.
does he need any healing before he runs?
No, actually, no. I was okay.
Okay.
Health-wise, okay.
Alright.
Okay. So you run and get hit by the same ice ray trap that Spoot was in. You fail. You take 1 point of piercing damage and 7 points of cold damage. You fail the next spike trap and take 12 points of piercing damage and 2 points of cold damage as spikes erupt from the ground there. The third trap you trigger is a success on the saving throw. So the ice ray, you manage to avoid most of it. You take only 1 point of piercing damage and 2 points of cold damage. And then you rush through and fail the next save and take 12 points of piercing damage from another eruption of spikes and 6 points of cold damage.
Okay.
But you move out of the threatened area and you find yourself in front of an archway that you look into and is filled with fog.
I step inside. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
From how much further would Defect be from where my eye spotted the stairs?
Your eye sees Defect. He's right at that archway and he's probably like 15, 20 feet away.
Defect, I think you have another 20 feet and you'll be on a set of stairs if you can't see them.
Yeah, I mean, from my token, yeah, I see the stairs here.
Yeah, you see him right
Yep.
over there.
I have no idea. Let me remind you, I can't see them.
Yeah, I'll call back. I made it up to here. Watch out for the ice traps.
I'm not sure I'm going to make it, I say to Adis.
Do you need more healing?
I do, but I'll use my own for now.
Are you sure?
I don't know how much anyone else has. I don't really want them to cover for a silly mistake.
I mean, I'm sure Greg has a little bit more juice.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay, you get 7 hit points back.
One can only hope.
Try to pop Greg off one more time and get more than 5. Natural 20. I wish that counted.
It has no effect. It's 6.
That would be amazing, though.
Right.
But the 3 of you do have 6 temporary HP. And so does Chomper, technically. So.
Cool. Alright. Let's go.
Alright, do we just want to move all together?
Sure. Just kind of the same way we did last time.
Yeah, moving
Okay.
through, Spoot, you need to make, I'll say you were out of the way of the first one, so you just need to make 1 dexterity saving throw. You could see where he had to do it, so you can have advantage. With an 18, that is a success. So you take 3 piercing damage and 4 cold damage. And you're able to then maneuver your way up with Defect. Adis and Grig, go ahead and make 2 dexterity saving throws at advantage, because you saw where the traps were.
Alright. And Adis.
So you both succeed on the first trap, taking 1 point of piercing damage and 4 points of cold damage. Adis succeeds on the second trap. And so does Greg. So you take another 1 point of piercing damage and 6 points of cold damage.
Awesome.
But you're now all maneuvered up here on this side of the world here. And Spoot, you can see the curving hallway up ahead of you and stairs that lead up. And your magic eye is still there, so you're also seeing yourself in your mind.
That's weird. I don't want to think about it. Let's get him up the stairs quickly.
Is there any more traps or no?
I mean, it doesn't matter. My eye can't see them.
Can I make a perception check?
Absolutely.
Dirty 20.
You don't see any.
One way to find out. I'm gonna run to the stairs.
You run to the stairs. Nothing happens.
Lovely. Let's get that arcane eye atop the stairs.
Ooh. Everybody takes 11.
Awesome.
11 total hit temporary.
Temporary.
And that is probably the last
Okay.
bit of chopper before it pops out.
He just uses the last bit of energy he has.
Yeah.
Poor
And
thing.
gives you all 11 hit points, and then he is popped out.
Greg's. Yeah, we're gonna.
So you all head on up the stairs, or are you sending the arcane eye up the stairs?
Arcane eye.
Cool. Brig is touching themselves for some healing.
Yeah.
So, Spoot, you send your eye up the stairs, and it curves around, and the stairs go up, and it seems to just go for a while. Until eventually, it opens up into an open room lit by braziers that are emitting like a weird blue flame.
Suspicious.
And at the other side of the room, you see a figure clad in white and blue sitting on a throne of pure ice. You see a massive great sword leaning against the throne. And while it is large in size, it appears to have a long curve to it. And seems delicate despite the length of the blade. The figure that you see has long white hair and is clad in blue, white, gray furs, skin of ice blue, eyes of ice blue, and long tapered ears, longer than any elf you've ever seen. Very reminiscent of the figures of the statues in that hallway on the first floor. And the figure is just leaning back in its chair, just eyes open, staring into the middle of the room, seemingly lost in thought.
Can I take a moment to have the eye just scan the rest of the room?
Yeah, there is not much up here. There are walls of curving ice around the perimeter of the room. The stairs that the eye just came up, there are wisps of chill fog swirling around, and these blue flames from the braziers kind of dancing in this perpetual wind.
I'm so sorry, Jared. I have made a mistake. I may not have seen any of this because I would have had to take many a con save throw because I forgot Arcane Eye's concentration.
Oh. Make
Roll so many.
Make
Let's find out. Do it.
Make about 18 con saves.
make 2 for... Make 8 con saves.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone forget what you just heard is in that room.
Yeah.
Okay. Forget it immediately.
All right. You don't know. Yeah. You see stairs. That's all you see. Wow, that's
Worst.
really anticlimactic. Damn.
Worst spell choice ever. Remind me never to let me use that again. All right. Just climb the stairs.
It's got use, just it didn't work out.
Not here. All right. Climb the fucking stairs.
Well, wait. I did get hurt a lot. I got hurt a lot. I'm gonna pop a health potion.
Everyone has one.
Was it 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2.
Everyone has one. I recommend you use it.
I mean, do we want to sit down for an hour?
I mean, I'm in bad shape. Spoot
I'm in
says
bad shape,
I'm in
too.
bad shape.
So
Why
are we
don't-
doing that before I pop this potion?
Why don't we chill for an hour?
All right.
Honestly, I hate to do it because, I hate to just sit there, whatever. But yeah, I think it's the best move.
All right. I'll just sit on steps.
Okay.
A hand
Like
in your
some
hands.
Yeah. You can all take an hour short rest. Go ahead, roll, hit dice if you want to.
Yeah.
As I've got it, you're just chilling like villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roll as much of your hit dice as you desire. There's available.
Okay. My short rest feature changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they improved it.
It will now roll your hit dice for you.
It didn't, though. It didn't.
Well, there's no making you happy. So
I don't know why it bothers you so much that I'm bothered by this, but it didn't work, and I think that's a valid reason to be disappointed.
No, it is. I think it should do it, but I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. I'm just telling you it didn't work.
I'm sorry.
Okay. This will feel weird. All right.
Not me rolling a 1.
Sad little hit die.
I know. All right.
It's fine. I figured it out.
Okay, cool. Great. So, when you all are ready and you've spent your hit die, let me know.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Fuck it. I'll do it one. All the hit die. Except for one. Another 11. Okay. I'm good now.
Cool. So, you've spent your hour, you've healed up. I need everyone to make a couple of saving throws for me.
Not this.
Yeah. I need... Where is it? Actually, no, I don't. All the effects that you still had, though, are... yes. Yeah.
Can Greg heat up a wrench and give it to me?
Yeah, sure. So Defect and Adis, you're still sad. Adis, you're still moving at half speed.
Right.
But you all head upstairs. You climb up this curving wall of ice and stairs, and you emerge into an open room. A bitter cold and breeze sweeps over you all. It is extremely cold here. As the curving walls of ice and wisps of chill fog swirl in the room, you see braziers of blue flame dancing in the wind, and a lone figure upon a throne of ice. A figure with pale blue skin the color of permafrost, hair whiter than pure snow, highly pointed ears reminiscent of the statues on the first floor. Much longer than any elf you've ever seen, and a single white frozen rune etched across his brow, eyes staring out of a deep blue sadness from an expressionless face. A thick mantle of white furs rests across his shoulders over deep blue clothing, and a long 6-foot curved blade leans against the throne of ice. And as
Corporal
you
Katana.
and as you step into the room, you have traipsed through my realm and entered my sanctuary. You have reached the pinnacle of my home to this, my throne room. Why do you come here to bother me? I seek neither company nor confrontation. I ask nothing from you or your kind, and yet you deign to intrude upon my solitude. So speak your peace, and then be gone.
Adis would like to step up and try something.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I cast plane shift. I'm just kidding. I will switch to Sylvan.
Okay.
We've come here because your kingdom is spreading. The ice is growing in the summer, and it's impacting the nearby villages the way it shouldn't be. They said they've never had a problem with your domain as is, especially in the winter, but it's summer and you're impacting the crops and the wildlife the way you're affecting the seasons, and the natural order.
And I should care because why?
People's lives are being messed up because you're magic. You're affecting the entire environment, the weather, everything.
I don't care.
Why don't you care? You seem lonely. Why are you here by yourself?
Make a persuasion check.
He is answering me in Sylvan, though.
He is. Nobody else, I think, understands it, because I don't think anybody else speaks Sylvan.
No,
Or does speak.
I don't think so.
No. Just Elvish. Well, not just Elvish.
Where's
but-
my... Oh, there it is.
Because you're speaking Sylvan, you can make this an advantage.
Ooh. Doesn't help.
Okay, with a 5.
The digital dice, it says a 16 was rolled, but that is apparently not the case.
Oh, weird. I don't know. So with a 5, he looks at you. He's like, "My story is longer than your life could possibly be. Suffice it to say, I am not what I once was. And I am stuck here."
Why do you say you're stuck here? I mean, I've been around, somewhat frozen, but for about 1,000 years before the world changed.
He lifts his head, which he hadn't moved at all before, but he lifts his head and kind of cocks it a little bit and stares at you.
Do you see the mark on my face? Does this mean anything to you?
I have seen such things in the past.
Yeah, the storms seem to have ruined everything, but I'm now in this realm and I feel like it's for a reason. But you you've been alone a long time, and all of my people are gone, save a few who have also been affected by the storms. If there's any chance, the portals are still active. We could try to find yours.
The portals will not listen to me. The portals, the steps, will not allow my passage. I have been forbidden from home. You see, Frozen, I was once a member of the Court of Frost back home. But I was disgraced and exiled. Cursed into this form that you see before me. The shadow of what I once was. I have
Is-
been here for 500 years. Alone on this miserable mortal realm. I have done nice things for these creatures like yourself. None of it has done me any favors. I have attempted to walk through portals to find the steps, and none of it has worked. I am rebuked, I am denied. They claim that here in Bitterhold I will find myself again. They claim that once I regain the esteem of my peers, I will return home. But nothing I have done has been good enough for them. So I am stuck here. And I don't care.
Does any of this ring a bell to his possible identity? I know I missed like 1,000 years, but 500 years of Fae
Yeah.
stuff. But
Go ahead, make make an Arcana check at advantage.
okay,
Because you are faithful.
10.
So with a 10, the Court of Frost rings a bell to you because you are steeped in Fey knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there are multiple courts in the Feywild. The two big ones are the Seelie and Unseelie courts. But they are broken up into many different like little sub-courts. And
Right.
the Court of Frost tends to be those archfey who are like they have more like snowy wintry powers or more like mental abilities than
Mm-hmm.
others. They are more aligned with the Seelie court than the Unseelie court, but they're kind of
Okay.
like the cousin that, you know, can be kind of a downer, but generally doesn't mean any harm.
Mm-hmm. So, if I may, when they sent you here, has this fortress been used for any other reasons? Have they said they just told you that you need to reclaim the respect of your peers, but nothing more?
I created the Bitterhold myself. A way to keep others out so that I might think of the answer to the riddle. But
Well, I
after
mean,
time passed, no answers came. So when it was appropriate, I attempted to aid lost travelers, direct them towards sanctuary, or warn them of oncoming spellstorms. But none of it mattered. It was all pointless. because I am still here, and my peers have done nothing. The Frigid Duke reigns alone, Bitterhold, and will until time stops.
Well, I I I wasn't around during the spell storms. Do you know if for the first 500 years they affected the Feywilds as well? Because if they affected there, then something might have happened.
The spell storms are contained to this world.
Hmm. Well, I mean, you don't have. Hold. I'm like trying to think. Uh,
He's just staring at you
yeah, I know.
with cold, expressionless eyes.
That's so hot. Um, do you think that this really, changing the environment this way, affecting everybody's lives in a negative manner, do you think this would possibly be what your court wants? I don't think that this necessarily would be good in their eyes. Maybe there's something that we can help you with, because if you sit here contemplating alone and haven't found the answer, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe you needed help with something.
Possibly. But there is no goal, no objective.
You just said your objective is to return home and you want to achieve that. Maybe we can help somehow.
It's pointless. I don't care anymore. I have been alone here for 500 years. Exiled from my kind, reduced in stature to this form. I have but a fraction of my once great power. The Frigid Duke, reduced to this mortal lad.
Well, if you can't return home, it's possibly better to find more people. There's a forest full of elves. Maybe you can go there. Maybe you'd be accepted there and could find company.
I care not for the company of elves. They are a shadow of what they once were.
Well, the way you're saying it, so are you.
But I will be what I was again. If I cannot be what I was, I do not wish to deign myself with other company.
So you'd rather just be alone until you die than possibly meet others and find purpose or enjoyment in life again.
You cannot understand what you say. You think you speak of good intentions, and of care, and of persuasive words. But once you have achieved the ability to count a snowflake as it falls, to sketch it on the wind, to traverse from the bottom of a chasm to the top of a mountain with but a thought, until you can be aware of the rushing flows of ice and sense every bit of life within it. You do not know what it is I have lost.
You're right. I
was
don't.
one with the elements of my plane. I ruled over it. I was powerful, respected. I was the Frigid Duke.
Does that ring a bell?
Make a history check at advantage.
14.
With a 14, the Archfey of the Feywild like to have titles.
Mm-hmm.
And usually titles like Duke of whatever are fairly high ranking in the various courts. So
Okay.
you don't have any specific knowledge, but the fact that he or it is claiming to be the Frigid Duke, they were probably pretty high up if it's true.
Uh, I. You're right. I cannot imagine what it was like to have lost all of that ability. Your powers still seem amazing to me. Like this whole feat is quite impressive, especially with the changing of the weather magically in the summer. However, I also lost a lot. My villages are gone. All the planar wardens are, as far as I know, gone. In the blink of an eye, something hit me. I woke up 1,000 years later alone in a cave. I understand loss, though in a different way. But finding my compatriots here has definitely helped my existence more. I know I don't live as long as you do, but you can still find a reason to not be alone. And in doing so, you might find the answer that you seek.
Make a persuasion check.
Wish I was a bard right now.
And because you're still speaking in Sylvan, you have advantage. So
Not bad, not bad. 16.
a 16. Okay. I do not care about your personal struggles. You are mortal. And what works for you has worked for you. And that is fine.
This guy's the biggest contradiction.
I think it is time that you all leave and depart my realm. I will deactivate the tower so you may depart. But
I'm
leave.
Duke. I'm afraid that we can't leave if you're still harming all the people outside in the village.
The people don't matter.
But they do. They live in this realm. You can't just, force all of them into starvation and hardship just because you want to be alone or you're upset.
They may leave the realm of my influence at any time. I do not hold them here.
But what's going to stop your magic from spilling over further and further? They say it keeps growing. What do you?
Perhaps it does. I have not instigated anything. I have simply stopped withholding.
But if you stop withholding and this keeps growing, it can possibly affect the whole continent, and that's could be catastrophic.
There are other continents upon this globe.
For a whole population on one continent to travel to another because you want to be alone, that's not right, and that's no one's going to stand for that.
Do you now turn to threats and intimidation?
No, it's the truth.
If anyone dares to challenge me, I will strike them down, as necessary. I do not wish confrontation, merely to be left alone.
People will leave you alone, but you can't just do this. What if we offer our services?
In what way?
help you seek out some way back into the court, or help you find whatever it is that you're trying to, the solution that you're trying to look for. We are a quite capable group, though we look rather ragtag. Or even, we could take you to a library of Ioun. Maybe they have the answer or could help you solve a riddle or whatever it is that you have.
There is no riddle. Only by regaining the esteem of my peers can I return. And yet I am unable to do so, for I am stuck in this mortal body. How can my peers possibly consider me in high regard again? I am a fraction of who I was.
You could accomplish a great feat with the power that you have. And a great feat would not be destroying an entire continent. That would gain respect.
Fear and respect are often aligned.
Not really. Because fear leads to overthrowing. Respect leads to loyalty.
And no one has ever won loyalty through fear?
No.
I believe they have.
But they betrayed them the first point they get at someone who can free them. True loyalty would not... They would rise to defend you, not insurrect at the first moment they find. There's so many things on this continent that you can do that could possibly earn respect. We've accomplished rather great things ourselves for being mortals.
I have tried this path you suggest. I did not always reside here in Bitterhold. I once wandered, protected people from arcane storms, guided them to sanctuary, helped them locate their lost friends and lovers. None of it mattered.
What is it that your court, that your peers, you would do that would often hold high acknowledgement? Maybe we can find something like that here.
Mastery of form, of art. Skills that I no longer have in this body.
Maybe if you can achieve something with what you have, then you'd be able to impress them. Because if you can do more with less, that's quite a feat in itself.
And thus I did create Bitterhold, a tower of ice and motion. A tower built from what I am. Purest essence of myself, as I would do back home. And yet still I remain.
Maybe we can talk to the court for you. We would have to find entry. But
And tell them what? That mortals grant me esteem now. That should be enough.
maybe if we go back with some sort of trophy. Maybe if you bring them something amazing. I mean, we've impressed others with liberating a city from bandits. We've killed a dragon. We killed a giant baby squid as well that was sinking massive ships that apparently would get bigger. We've gotten a lot of respect from the city that we live in, to where the nobility are asking us to help them. Where our powers are severely at a fraction of yours. Yet we've done a lot, and we've earned the respect of people in a city. If you live alone in a tower and shun everybody out, that's not earning respect. I'm sure you've earned the respect of the people you helped from the storms and such, but you said it yourself. Back in the Feywilds, you lived forever. It might take more time to get that respect back, but if you show persistence, that also earns respect.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm like going full Dr. Phil. I have him like on a chaise lounge and he's just laying down.
Yeah. Spoot and Defect, you don't understand a damn word that's going back and forth between these two.
God damn it.
Spoot nodded off in the middle of this. He's so tired. He's taking another short rest.
I wish I could enhance ability myself.
Well, if you head funny enough, I don't think we have a language crossover with him. Like, he also probably understands Elvish, but I don't think you do, so.
I don't know.
It's just what it is. I mean, I guess he knew Common, because he did speak to us in Common.
I mean, you just seen Adis like talking in some strange flowery language to him, and him responding in kind. So like, if you want to say something, you can in another language.
Listen, if y'all want to contribute, I'm just like I was using a home language to try to make him more receptive.
I know what'll cheer him up. I'll tell him a joke.
An icy joke?
Did you hear the one about the snowman?
No, not this.
Just kidding. I will. Spoot will kind of, as an aside to Adis, be like, "How's it going?"
I'm trying to help him unpack probably a millennia of trauma. Might take some time.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Seems like maybe a bad time to interject.
I mean, if you have something to say,
I have no context to what you were just talking about.
That's very fair.
Your friend, he speaks in common, has been attempting to convince me to change the way of things at the present time. He has been courteous. He has shown deference and respect. And that is why you all still live, even though you have invaded my home.
I do apologize for that. I'm sure he told you why we came here, and it may not seem like it, but we did it with the best of intentions.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't care about the lives of mortals. But you all, or at least this one, has impressed me. So I will make the offer again. I will remove and put the tower to sleep, and you may leave unharmed.
I've like done everything I can think of.
Dude, like out of game, you've done an amazing job here. Like,
I just wish my fucking rolls reflected it.
I mean, I've actually been giving you like a mental bonus to these things that you are unaware of.
Okay.
The problem is he is who he is and set in his determinations.
The DC for this is 4,000.
No, the DC is possible, but it just hasn't worked out.
I would have given you some guidance, perhaps, if I had known what was going on. But I don't. Okay. Spook's gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So Scoot, I'll just think for a minute and go. If I may, before we leave, I do have a question. That there's something it's been bothering me about this place. I'm very curious about a great many things, and I sort of like to, um, you know, be more knowledgeable about the world and enjoy learning new things. And I noticed you have a language. There was a language I had never quite seen before in one of the floors, those rooms. And I will tell him, the words that it spelled just to make sure he understands. It seemed to me it was a combination of Elven and Aquan, which I understand both independently, but I've never seen them merge together in that way.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a question?
What is this language and who uses it?
It is a combination of Elvish and Aquan. It is used to create the magics of that room.
And that's its only purpose, just for the magic of this room. It's not a language of a people that is maybe from your world or a different time.
Many creatures speak either Elvish or Aquan.
Okay. Well, that went about as well as I thought it would. But thank you for answering that question.
He just kind of looks at you with like those cold eyes and just kind of briefly nods. You may go now.
Hey, do you see any curtains behind him? That was a joke.
Right.
I got nothing. I don't know what Ada said, but I do know as a player that he did about all he could.
Yeah, as short of like, this is Tanner speaking, like short of killing him, I can't think of any way to get him to stop if he's not listening to anything I'm saying.
I don't know if we can take him.
That's the other part. I don't know either.
I mean, he is still sitting on his throne.
We know.
That long curved greatsword resting against it.
The only thing I can think of is challenging him to a duel.
Really?
Like a one-on-one?
No. Whatever odds he accepts.
Rock throwing contest.
Right.
Jenga.
Not arm wrestling. No, like Tanner's line of thinking is
Dance
like,
off to save the universe.
right? Maybe if he is bored and lonely, if we can provide some form of entertainment.
Adis, can you just make a wisdom check for me?
Just flat out wisdom.
Flat out wisdom.
Roll therapist check. 17.
Okay. With a 17, you've kind of been listening to his story. You got the idea. You realized that he's been saying a couple things that kind of almost don't seem to match up in your mind. Beyond the obvious, like, contradictions of wanting to be alone and
Mm-hmm.
And those things are, he has been saying that he is not what he once was. He is trapped in a mortal body. And he needs the esteem of his peers.
Mm-hmm.
And something about those two things they don't seem to be mutually exclusive.
Fuck. We could free him from his mortal coil.
I mean, who knows? That might work.
I mean, is there anything,
Becomes ultra frigid. Just
right?
levels up
Mm-hmm.
now.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Um, my Duke is. Do you know if there's any way, like, would you want to be freed from your mortal body, or would you? Maybe there's peers you don't know about in this realm that you need to earn respect from. Maybe they're counting those in power in this realm.
The most powerful of this world is nothing to my peers.
No, but maybe you have to earn the respect of the peers here. I know they don't have your power, but maybe they just mean you need to earn the respect of the people. Nobility are nothing without their followers.
He kind of raises his head as you mention this to him. Hmm. And he turns his head and looks next to the throne of ice at a book upon a table. Turns back to you. You do make interesting observation. I am trapped in a mortal form. Perhaps my peers are not who they once were. Interesting.
Maybe if you come back to Fey Harbor, or I know you don't like them, but maybe the elves. If you go to a larger city, I guess, and earn the respect of those in power there. Maybe somewhat like what we did. I know we weren't what you used to be, but we make do with who we are currently. And we've done quite well.
You can see his eyes kind of darting in their sockets, kind of staring at each of you in turn. Always coming back to you, Adis, as you speak.
Of course, I'm the therapist.
And he looks out at you. What you said. Nobility is nothing without peasants. Is true in all planes of existence. Nobility is not always so cut and dry. No. I do not believe nobility to be the answer. Common mortals. Perhaps. I would like you, Adis, to make a persuasion check with advantage. You have a +10 to this roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't fuck it up.
Dirty 20.
Oh my god.
All right.
Oh lord.
You have given me much to think about this day. What is your name?
Adis.
It's trap.
Adis. Atis of the Dragon Marked. Sole survivor of his place of birth. Lost in time. An isolated soul such as myself. And yet here you are amongst companions. With words that are not only flowery and polite, but understanding, ringed with truth, in a vision I could not see. Approach, Atis of the Dragon Mark.
Oh shit. I shall approach.
So you approach the throne of ice that he sits upon. And he stands up when you're there and looks at you purposefully. What do you do?
I'll kneel.
Okay. So you're right up there and you kneel before the throne. He reaches to his side and pulls the blade out of its scabbard.
R.I.P. guys.
And brings it down upon your shoulder.
And lops your head off.
Right?
And raises it and touches the other.
And I do.
Atis of the Dragon Marked. You are now the wind of words. And you may carry this title anywhere you go. As your words have broken through the bitter chill of a winter storm. And he sheathes the massive greatsword again. And bids you to rise.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Your request, your plea is granted.
Yes.
And so I will rein in my powers and begin anew. You have given me much to think about this day. It is the wind of words. Use them well in your life. And as a token of appreciation, I will give you this. And he pulls the sword from his side and drops it in your hands.
Oh shit.
It's a massive fucking greatsword. It's 6 feet long.
I fumble a little bit with my 11 strength.
As soon as it drops in your hands, you realize, oh, it's much lighter than it should be. Its weight belies its size.
Huh.
You hold in your hand an ancient blade. It is known as Cloud Cutter, and was forged on the plane of elemental air. As you are now the word of wind, the wind of words, it is fitting that you carry this.
I don't know what to say.
Say
I'm at a
nothing.
loss for words now.
All winds must die eventually.
Yikes. And then he cuts my head off.
Inside check. Why haven't I been inside checking? I've been listening to this guy for hours.
Now I have much more to ruminate upon. You may leave the tower freely and without incident. I bid you go. And go in peace.
I had one more question about the language. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, don't. I appreciate that, my.
And he looks over at the three kind of staring at what just happened on the other side of the room. And your friends. Take them with you.
I was just gonna leave him here.
They may help you with the others.
The others?
There were many who were lost in the storms recently.
Ah. Well,
Go.
I
And
appreciate
bring
it.
your words to the rest of the mortals so that they might hear the wisdom.
I will.
And he kind of makes a motion dismissing you.
I'll bow and then I'll leave.
Okay, you turn around and begin walking down the stairs. Do the rest of you follow after Adis?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Do I still feel sad? Am I still depressed?
After he said, I will rein in my powers, the melancholy you had been feeling had lifted. As it did over Adis, and as the whatever effect was reducing his speed also. And you all notice that the tower itself, while still cold, is not the frigid atmosphere that it once was. So you all descend the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You descend through the stairs to the third floor, the hallway of spikes and ice rays and fog. And the fog is gone.
I was about to say I wanted to peek in the fog room.
Yeah, the fog is gone, and you can see clear across an archway on the other side.
I can see clearly now. The fog is gone.
And indeed, all of the traps and the fog are gone. You are able to move down the second floor. The glyphs have no reaction when you step on them. And as you exit through the first floor, the statues do not attack you. The doorways do not harm you. And you leave and emerge from the open doorway to a field with clear vision, the storm gone, the snow rapidly melting, and the forms of 4 humanoids with ice melting off their bodies.
Alive?
Yes, they are beginning to move, and you can see that they are alive as the ice is melting away from their forms. And as you stare out on a bright summer day, feeling the sun warm you up, seeing these individuals being released from whatever icy imprisonment was there, Adis, you feel this weapon in your hands. You've been carrying it the whole way, and it hasn't weighed very much.
Mm-hmm.
And you look up at your friends. You're all alive. And it seems you have convinced this entity to rein in his powers. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
I think
What
Spudin.
an ending.
Yeah, Spudin somewhere as we come out. I think he would have just like quietly said to Adis, "Well done."
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
I'm sorry I took up most of the talking for that.
It worked out well.
Don't be.
You speaking in Sylvan to him did a lot more. Essentially, you were getting a +5 on top of your rolls.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
So it did a lot more than you thought it did for him.
Awesome.
So well done, really. That was very impressive. I didn't think that it would go down that way. I didn't think you'd be able to convince him.
Me neither. For a long part of the night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was ready for a throwdown.
I
Yeah.
was ready
Right?
to pack up and leave.
Yeah. Sorry, we failed.
We know how we tried.
Yeah. Well done on the diplomatic end. Like that was amazing. I'm shocked.
Well done.
But yeah, you did it. Good job, Adis. Good job, group, for surviving the tower and getting up there, being able to do that.
The therapist strikes again.
Yeah. Wow.
A month later, this guy gets just a bill in his mailbox.
Right? Just a little bird flies in with like a little message. 6,000 gold, please.
Right. Cool.
Unless you have health insurance.
Well, he's immortal, so no, maybe not.
So he's just the rich person that could just pay.
Exactly.
Lord.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very well
I was
done.
totally ready to either die or get petrified in ice.
I am very I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
You were
So-
totally ready to kill us, weren't you?
I was worried it might happen. I thought at least one of you would go down.
We nearly
Not bad,
did.
huh? Okay.
We
I
nearly
mean, from
did.
the traps, but like, I'm assuming he was gonna be a bitch to fight.
Well, Adis, if you look in your inventory,
Oh shit.
you will find a certain
Okay.
weapon called Cloud Cutter.
Roll 20 or D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. That's fancy.
Yeah.
What did it do?
It's a finesse greatsword. So now I can fight defect. This long curved blade is strong yet flexible and has an intricate scroll work above the guard in the spine of the sword. The grip has... Oh, it has a moonstone. It's a +1. And while attuned, I can expend 1 charge to cast Zephyr Strike. It looks like a katana.
It's a massive daichi, yeah. It's a big old great sword that's finesse based. So, you'll have to decide what you want to do with that bad boy.
Sell it. No, I'm just kidding.
Could you imagine the disrespect?
So, we'll end there with you exiting and having this weapon in your possession. So let's go do a round of goodbyes, and we'll probably be back next week. We'll have to decide about that. There's a thing going on September 1st. People are thinking about not doing Twitch that day, so we'll just have to talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll plan on being here, and if not, we will announce it.
all of our Zoom. All of our subscribers will get a Zoom invite to our meeting next week.
Right. Or just pre-record and put it on YouTube.
Right. Well, we'll figure something out. But in the meantime, let's go around, say goodbyes, while I figure out who we will raid this evening. Let's start up in that corner over here with Mr. Spoot himself.
Hey, thank you so much for watching tonight with this. It was tough, and yeah, well done, Natus and Tanner. So
Thanks.
we'll
That was-
see where. Oh, go ahead.
That was stressful.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that was awesome though. What a nice ending.
Yeah, very well done. Moving on down then to Avis.
Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you guys next week.
And hopping up to Defect.
thank you for watching, everyone. And yeah, no plugs or anything. So just thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week.
And I am Jared. I have been your dungeon master here on Newly Forged. We're going to do a little raid on Dungeon Scrawlers. In the meantime, for more Newly Forged content, follow us on all the social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Newly Forged. And hey, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like our videos if you're watching it on YouTube. Just the little thumbs up button down there. Just do that. Leave a comment saying, "Hey, good stuff, guys." Like, it helps us out. So yeah, you can check us out on all the social medias, all at Newly Forged, and you can find Matt and I on our podcast, Mid-Level Adventurers. If you want some more D&D info type stuff, it's a fun little read. We talk about D&D and what we're drinking, so it's a good time. But in the meantime, have a great night, and we'll see you all next time here on Newly Forged. Good night, everyone.
I'm obviously more knowledgeable about the drinking part.